Madison has joined the growing list of locations where protests are happening.
This is a much different scene than we saw even 10 minutes ago.
The glass of Urban Outfitters just was smashed.
They're running and attacking. More spray being deployed. I mean, really hitting people close on there.
Oh, no, they're dropping more tear gas. Let's go.
Gabby, are you okay?
This violence does nothing to support the interests of social justice.
A lot of people out here are emotional, and they're showing it in all different ways.
Madison's racist, United States is racist, and this bitch is racist.
We're moving out of the way because there are people with bats.
On fire right now. Sorry, I'm trying to do my job.
But you can still see the smoke just billowing.
You're going to hear bullets ignite.
Oh my God, Chuckle!
What is it about this moment that has pushed it to this brink?
Madison has joined the growing list of locations where protests are happening. March went on peacefully, but once it ended, a group broke into a jewelry store on State Street. Our Gabriella Becerra has been there all afternoon. Gabby, what's happening now?
It was a very peaceful protest for the most part all day, but about an hour after it ended, protesters came back, started marching down towards off of State Street, off of the Capitol, and came down towards Goodman's Jewelers. And they took a stick and they took turns hitting it, finally broke glass. Things are progressing very quickly. But you can still kind of see remnants of it, but they just dropped a lot of pink tear gas, and people just came running towards the top of State Street. People are turning over plants.
Gabby, it's hard to tell who is just watching and who is involved in this violence.
But people are throwing rocks at this Wisconsin State Patrol car right now. I can feel the tear gas in my throat, so if that's not enough to push people out of the way, they must really want to be here. The glass of Urban Outfitters just was smashed. People are heading into Urban Outfitters in the 500 block of State Street. That almost looks like Under Armour clothing, so I'm wondering if they broke into Under Armour as well.
This is a scary scene for us here in Madison, but these are similar pictures that we've been seeing the last few days in Minneapolis, in Los Angeles, in Atlanta. This has been happening in many cities following these protests.
More tear gas was just dropped. So, yep, here comes. Oh, shoot!
Gabby, are you okay?
Yeah, Amanda, we made it out. They threw tear gas right by us. Yeah, you can see our tripod is still back there, but they just threw tear gas. Somebody has our tripod. But anyway, they're throwing tear gas like there's no tomorrow here.
Still,
oh no, they're dropping more tear gas. Let's go.
Oh. We want to make sure Gabby gets to a safe spot before we talk to her again. It looks like there was some more tear gas. This is at the top of State Street, right at the Capitol Square.
Amanda, the tear gas is flying in every direction. I can feel it in my throat. Even if you aren't directly in where the tear gas or the pepper spray lands, you can feel it. It drifts away. We have someone actually using milk right now to get the tear gas out of their eyes.
I think we are going to go to Jamie Perez now. She is standing by live there on State Street. Jamie, what are you seeing? What can you tell us?
Right now, they're all chanting, "I can't breathe." I'm sorry about the language. This is a live situation again, so please excuse any language that you hear, inappropriate comments that are made.
This person right here is moving the cones. I don't know what they're planning to do with them. People are throwing things at the police officers.
And now it looks like they're just throwing it back and forth.
That's exactly what's happening. They're chanting, or they're cheering, because they're successfully throwing that smoke bomb back at the police. Somebody is approaching the officers. They're pushing them back. They're pushing them back. People are cheering because they're bringing more fences in. So that we saw that fence fall, and now they're bringing that fence back.
People are running. I don't know. They're running and attacking the cops right now. Lance, come on.
Yeah, it looks like they were throwing things at the police officers. It was hard to tell what they were throwing.
This violence does nothing to support the interests of social justice, nor police and criminal justice reform.
You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? The truth is, Madison's racist, United States is racist, and this bitch is racist. That's the fuck.
All right, it seems like we obviously have some emotional language out there. I'm sorry about that. Are you okay out there, Jamie? We have our Chris Stanford there now. Chris, can you tell me what you're seeing out there?
Yeah, you're looking right at Gorham and Broome, where this police car is on fire right now. Sorry, I'm trying to do my job here. It was driven down from State Street into this intersection by someone while the vehicle was on fire. Let's push in. Let's give a closer look. You're gonna hear occasionally some bullets ignite. There's a little flash right there, but we've been hearing some of the things inside of that vehicle go off. And behind me on State Street, if we can turn around, Jim, if we can give a shot down on State Street, that is where that vehicle was driven from after some of the demonstrators set it on fire, and right now they're setting off fireworks. And we've been hearing sounds like that for the past 10 minutes or so since this thing started burning. Some of the ignitable materials inside of the vehicle have been going off. We've been hearing a lot of pops from the ammunition that's in the vehicle.
And if you're just joining us at the top of the hour, we've reached the 10 o'clock hour now. You're looking at 2 live looks.
Right now they're chanting no justice, no peace, and they're standing in front of their cop car that's in front of all the officers that are standing here, just almost looking like a standoff. They're moving towards them. Oh, okay. Oh my God. We're gonna toss. Okay. Did you get that, Lance? Okay. So what you just they're
They said it looks like firefighters.
The officers just moved forward and just seemed like they just pushed the crowd back.
Firefighters just showed up to this burning police vehicle here at the corner of Broome and Gorham. And as they start to put that fire out, you see there is nothing left but the shell of that police SUV right now.
Police are telling us that people had dispersed for the most part. It was a group of about 150 people that stayed and started that looting on State Street in the 5 o'clock hour. And since then, it's been kind of a back and forth as we continue to monitor the situation along the State Street corridor.
They're moving in, pushing them out of the way, and people are throwing. Oh.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, there's fireworks.
Obviously creating a very dangerous situation for officers. They don't know at that point in time what that object is.
Just take a look at the shell of this vehicle. That is all that's left. Everything inside is burned out. My photographer and I were just talking before you guys took us that we had no idea there was that much to burn inside of a vehicle, how intense those flames were, and for the amount of time that they were burning.
In the morning, we're going to see the sun come up. We're going to see the extent of the damage, and a group is already making plans to clean up State Street in the morning.
Volunteers here cleaning up some shattered doors, the windows of doors outside of the university bookstore. So now one thing the volunteers have been told is to just kind of help fix private property, because city workers are able to get, damage that was done in the streets, damage that was done on sidewalks, but it's this private property that they need volunteers to help clean up. And look right here along the curb here. This is the window from Wagstaff that was broken out.
After last night's chaos, the National Guard will be helping out police in downtown Madison tonight. Our Madeline O'Neill joins us live on State Street with a look at how things are going tonight. Maddie, it was peaceful. It sounds like some things may have changed.
much different scene than we saw even 10 minutes ago.
And it looks like they're forming another group over there.
We've got more pepper spray right now from the officers at that one line. These are the people that we've been walking with all day, protesting, and now we're seeing the conflict. More spray being deployed. I mean, really hitting people close on there. That will be the first arrest that we have personally seen. Oh, and it looks like, is that another arrest?
Another.
Yes, we have another arrest.
It is such a difference tonight.
To the top of State Street, right on the Capitol, there is a line of officers. Troxel, get away! There's a glass that's about to break at the State Historical Museum. Ivory room's been broken into.
You can see the glass broken there in the front.
Police officers have now come to the scene where the glass was just broken and people were walking inside. They're hitting cars down the street, and we're on Carroll Street. Amanda, we're moving out of the way because there are people with bats, long wooden sticks.
Oh, yes, we can see that. People with sticks. I mean, I assume ready to either break windows into homes, and they have full masks on.
You know, we're literally watching every angle of ourselves here because, you know, people are just walking up from every direction.
Where I am right now, I don't really see a lot of officers. Really, it's just people who have put up this construction stuff in the road. It's just people coming together and, you know, oh, I just saw someone, we'll move over, someone just punched that window there.
If we look farther down the street, that's towards Gorham, there are people in the distance. Now, as people are throwing rocks, they're beating up someone, according to my photographer. All these motorcycles are zipping out of here once they heard those sirens. Troxel, back up! We are right in front of the dumpster fire. It seems to be the dumpster is almost completely melted away, and the ground is on fire now. Guys, there's so much smoke in the air. Oh my God, Troxel! All we saw was the law enforcement starting to advance this way, and that's when we looked down the street and saw the flames and the smoke, and then they must have released either tear gas, pepper spray, mace, one of the three, because that's when you heard us get it in our faces.
Just about a minute ago, we saw someone throw what looks to be a cup of ice at the officers here. People had gallons of milk to be ready for something like this. They just had to use it because this pepper spray.
This is a different fire. This is right outside of the Edgewater. Now, Susan, to give you perspective, this is university housing. This is sororities and fraternity row, basically.
We saw somebody like light a firework.
You can count on less than one hand how many people they saw starting the fires down Langdon Street.
The radius of this is expanding past the Capitol out to here now as the police and National Guard try to move the crowd farther away.
You can still see the smoke just billowing. These college students are coming out of their homes on Langdon Street, so this is like university housing, and they're grabbing pails of water, and it looks like they're helping the fire department start to put out the fires that are up and along Langdon Street. Right here, look at this Starbucks coffee. It looks like people might be inside. Nope, yep, people are inside of that Starbucks coffee. We can see a second line of police. There's a very heavy law enforcement presence out here. Most of the people I've seen lately have all been
George Floyd!
Observers of what's been going on and not taking part in any of the violent acts.
And it started out this morning with Good Samaritans on State Street cleaning graffiti off of the Overture Center and sweeping up broken glass. But for the second night in a row, what started as a very successful, peaceful protest ended in chaos and violence.